Do narcissists become more destructive as they get older? Thank you for joining me for another episode. It's been a pleasure. I really hope today is wonderful for all of you. Lots of people are stuck with a narcissist. They either can't or won't cut off their ties with narcissists. Many factors could contribute to this, including the presence of children from a previous relationship with the narcissist, the narcissist's status as a blood relative, or the presence of trauma bonding. However, this has left many people asking if there is any hope or if narcissists deteriorate with age. No matter how old they get, narcissists will always have a need for a narcissistic supply. However, many old narcissists openly prioritize darker forms of narcissistic fulfillment. Narcissists receive their dark narcissistic supply from inflicting pain and suffering on others, since they take pleasure in knowing they are bringing misery to the world. This newfound status as seniors has given them the false impression that they may finally say and do anything they want to everyone else without consequence. Yes, narcissists do worsen with age. Because of the decline in autonomy and narcissistic supply that occurs with age, narcissists often take on their worst characteristics in old age. They don't mature into wiser people. Rather, they become more hostile, manipulative, oversensitive, angry, and entitled. This video will take you through the various causes of a narcissist's deterioration with age, so that you may gain a deeper understanding of narcissism and make educated choices to shield your innermost thoughts, feelings, emotions, needs, and health from the destructive influence of narcissists in your life. There are three main reasons why narcissists deteriorate with age. The three main causes that contribute to an aging narcissist's becoming their worst selves are all interconnected. First, narcissists who are getting on in years find it harder to maintain healthy levels of narcissistic supply. Secondly, the aging narcissist's buried painful thoughts, sentiments, and emotions are aroused by a loss of narcissistic supply. And third, for narcissists, a shortage of narcissistic supply promotes emotional instability, making them extremely susceptible and weak. Clearly, narcissistic supply is the common thread in the deterioration of an elderly narcissist. That being said, let's take a deeper look at the three reasons narcissists get worse with age so you can begin or continue making deliberate and well-informed decisions to safeguard yourself. 1. Narcissists' ability to replenish their narcissistic supplies as they age declines. Narcissists are unable to maintain high levels of narcissistic supply into old age because they have constructed their sense of self and pride in themselves on the most superficial, materialistic, and trivial forms of narcissistic supply that society has to offer. You name it: validation, admiration, reassurance, power, and control. Their experiences in life form a person's self-esteem and sense of self. Therefore, it's important to provide them with a safe and supportive environment. Emotionally competent persons are in charge of their own self-respect and identity because of their emotional competence. However, narcissists are emotionally incompetent, and because of their emotional incompetence, narcissists have to rely on the most superficial, materialistic, and trivial forms of narcissistic supply, like having a lot of money, driving a fast car, owning a big house, or having a lot of social media followers to build their self-esteem and sense of self. Individuals who are narcissistic are totally reliant on their immediate social group for the narcissistic supply they require to foster their high levels of self-esteem and identification. Narcissists have access to an incredible amount of narcissistic supply because of their vast repertoire of manipulation techniques, yet these techniques lose their potency with age. The most superficial, materialistic, and frivolous types of narcissistic supply that narcissists rely on are their appearance, their social position, and their sexual partners. This is why they're the most vulnerable when they're getting old. 2. Aging narcissists experience painful thoughts, feelings, and emotions when their supply of narcissism dwindles. Narcissistic supply is crucial since it serves as the narcissist's primary method of emotional regulation. Narcissists did not have their thoughts, feelings, emotions, or needs mirrored by their primary caregivers due to an unhealthy and/or abusive upbringing. A child's cognitive growth and sense of self-worth suffer when they are not given the validation, admiration, and reassurance they require from their primary caregivers because they are emotionally unavailable, unresponsive, and inconsistent. One of the numerous drawbacks of such upbringings is the development of an abundance of painful ideas, feelings, and emotions that narcissists are unable to control through healthy means of emotional regulation. Feelings of inadequacy, unlovability, unwantedness, weakness, and worthlessness are potent ones that narcissists experience, and they shouldn't be underestimated. Narcissists, fearful for their mental health, quit looking to their primary caregivers for approval and instead seek it from the wider community. The greatest obstacle for narcissists is that they lack the emotional intelligence to see past the superficial, materialistic, and petty nature of modern life. This means that the sources of their false identity construction are the most base, superficial, and meaningless kinds of social approval and reassurance that our culture has to offer. That's why it's more challenging for older narcissists to obtain a narcissistic supply. To summarize what has been said so far, narcissists deteriorate with age because their fabricated identity loses some of its power as they age, and their painful thoughts, sentiments, and emotions begin to jeopardize their emotional stability due to a lack of narcissistic supply. 3. Narcissists, especially as they age, are prone to fragility and vulnerability. Narcissists, as a reminder, have a harder time amassing enough narcissistic supply as they get older. This threatens their mental health since it brings up all their unpleasant memories and emotions. Therefore, the elderly narcissist is left extremely defenseless and frail. After suffering a narcissistic injury, the narcissist is left with nothing but their own terrible thoughts, feelings, and emotions in place of their previously inflated sense of self-importance, uniqueness, and superiority. Keep in mind that feelings like inadequacy, unlovability, unwantedness, worthlessness, and weakness are extremely potent. Narcissists are in an especially precarious position since they lack the emotional competence to effectively regulate their emotions in such a crisis. Because of this, narcissists often become hostile, furious, resentful, vindictive, and even melancholy. You should expect manipulative conduct from a damaged narcissist, such as narcissistic fury, taunting, stonewalling, and so on. This can make being with an elderly narcissist extremely difficult, since they may become their worst selves. Finally, I'd want to consider the narcissist's outward appearance. The narcissist's physical look isn't merely a sign of old age, it's the very embodiment of evil. That well-polished mask develops more fractures as the years build up, making their jealousy and hatred more obvious to those with the eyes to perceive it. Narcissists never learn to forgive or let go of their anger and bitterness. Because of their advanced years, they are no longer able to pull off a convincing performance as either a hero or a victim, and their gloomy disposition shows on their faces. Their empty, gloomy, and vengeful souls are displayed by their icy, unfeeling eyes. Nonetheless, there are many who, despite this evidence, continue to view the narcissist through the lens of a helpless oldster. As before, I hope you found this to be informative and helpful. Don't be shy about sharing your opinions and experiences in the comments area. Plus, you can subscribe to this channel and enable the bell to receive alerts whenever a new video is published. We appreciate you taking the time to watch this. Thanks.